Alright, what is going on, everybody? This is Trudger MC, and today we're going to be taking a step back to look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse. Today we're looking at the Batman Hazmat suit, which is from Justice League, the Amazo virus. And this is the non-gold label edition, so if you're familiar with the line, you might know this figure, that there are two versions of him. One of them is a gold label version that actually has a light up feature. Well, this is not that one. This is just the regular release. And you might be wondering, why are we looking at this guy today? Well, that's because this was actually my first McFarlane Batman figure. Yeah, so I didn't get the first, like the Greg Capullo Batman figures, or the, Scott Snyder Batman figures. Yeah, I didn't really get any of those. None of the comic ones, or the movie ones. I didn't get those right away. This was the first one that I got, the first Batman figure. And I actually got this at a Best Buy, a few years back. So, yeah, and the package was in kind of rough shape, but that's neither here nor there. Here he is with Spider-Man, who's my first Marvel Select figure. So yeah, that comparison makes sense. And then we'll have him compared to the Birds of Prey Harley Quinn that we recently looked at. And as you can see, he has a little bit of size to him, but he still looks in scale. And as far as how much size to him he has, let's find out together. So he stands, let's say, including the tops of his ears, he's pretty much exactly 7.5 inches. Or if we flip that around to metric, he is, let's say, 18.5 centimeters. So, like I said, this was the first Batman figure that I got from McFarlane Toys. So, this one's pretty significant to me. Basically what happened was I started collecting one. I realized to myself, it's like, okay, I'm really collecting these DC figures here. And if I'm collecting DC and I'm a big fan of the world of Batman, I need a Batman figure. And so I was like, which Batman figure do I get? And then I saw this one at a local Best Buy that was on sale. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting that one. So yeah, he looks good. You can see like the Batman face underneath the hazmat suit there. I like the details of like the ridges on like the suit. I don't know what exactly you would call those, but it goes into a tank that goes on the back there. I know the gold label one has a lot more detail, but with this one it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You just have some lines and some buttons. I don't know if those are buttons or not, but you have like a tank here on the back. I guess this is supposed to be like a glass like canister, with like the information on it or whatever. Not entirely sure. I'm not familiar with the Amazo virus story, so I don't know exactly what's going on with this suit. I just know that I think it's cool to have Batman in a hazmat suit. So you have like a biohazard logo there on the chest. That's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see the outline of it. A biohazard logo that's etched in with the bat symbol there. And I like the color there. Like, it's a black bat symbol with like a light blue outline. I really like that. I also like the straps on the back. I like the brown color on there that kind of adds to it. Looks like this is actually strapped onto him. It's the same shade of brown that they have for the utility belt. But then I also really like the texture. Like, the texture on this suit is really good. So you have almost like this metal look for the chest, and then the shoulders, and then, like stuff with the arms and the legs and all of that. But then for basically everything else, you have this, I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is like Kevlar or what this is supposed to be, but it looks like an actual suit. I wouldn't really say it's spandex. I don't really know what you would call it, but it's a really nice texture, and it actually feels like, you would think it would feel. It's not just like printed on. It's actual like texture on there. It even has like wrinkles on the chest to make it seem like it's an actual suit. And I really like that. Like, the detail on this is really cool. And I know the gold label version has even more detail on it with like paint and all of that, but that's not the one that we have. So or the one that I have more accurately. If you have it, let me know what the differences are. But yeah, so we have like more information on there with these are actually sharp gauntlets. They're not like really like flimsy and like thin and all of that. So there you go. You just have a simple one on this side here. And then you have this like strap around his right leg that has I don't know what those are, if those are like ammo for something, or if those are like tubes for like a cure, because this is a virus. I don't know what that is. But I do like the hoses on the back that go into the tank, and then you have some more detail there with like, it almost looks like screws that like went into this to secure it onto the suit underneath. I really like that. And then you have these nice knee pads here. The knee pads look good. I like the bolts on them. Then you have these grooves on here for the boots there. They look really good. And then they just kind of go into the actual proper boots themselves. And yeah, like the ball hinge that they use for the ankles is actually pretty well hidden. I like that. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, overall, I just really like this guy. And then as far as articulation goes, it's not really the most. So his head can look up about that far comfortably, down about that far. And it does have a little bit of an attitude, but I don't move it around too much because I don't want those tubes to break off. But you can kind of, see what it can do. The arms can go up about that much comfortably. So there you go. They could rotate all the way around. So that's pretty good. There's no real limitation there. You do get a bicep swivel right there. It's not much, but the shoulder pad is connected to the bicep. It's not connected to the shoulder itself. So if you move the bicep, then the shoulder pad moves, which is kind of weird, but that's the way it's sculpted. You do get a double joint for the elbow here. It's very tight, but there you go. You kind of get the idea. So you can get some good range with that. He can look at this device on his wrist there. So there you go. And then you have, let's bring that down. You do have a ball hinge for the wrist, which does look a little weird, especially if you have it like that, but you get the idea. So that's kind of that. And then you do get a little bit of movement with the torso. It can go forward, basically none. It can go back, basically none. But then again, he has the super heavy like thing on his back, so I wouldn't imagine this guy to be super acrobatic, like flipping all the way around and that kind of thing when he's kind of bulked up for a reason here. You don't get much of a thigh swivel, but you do get a little bit. The legs do go out, let's say about that far, so that's pretty good. And then they go forward like that. Then they go back pretty decent amount, so that's good. Then you do get a double joint for the knee, which again is very tight, but it will work. It will function, so there you go. There's the double joint. And then you also have, there we go. You also have, you actually get a boot swivel here. Like, it's a very faint amount, but you do actually get, do you get a boot? Yeah, you do. You get like a tiny bit of a boot swivel. Yeah, like you can kind of see it's like it does move a little bit. I don't know if it's supposed to move, but mine does nonetheless. And then you also have for the ankles, they go back pretty far and they go forward just a little bit. And then you do get a little bit of a rotation like that. And then of course you do get a toe hinge as well. You can't forget about the toe hinge. So there you go. There is the Batman figure. And as far as accessories go, well, if you collect this line, then you would know that he comes with this. We don't need to talk about that. But here is the card. And the card, the figure art, I don't like the action figure photography. I'm glad that they don't do that anymore. But you can see that it's a little bit different than the actual figure there, mainly with the chest. So I don't know if this is a picture of the light up version and they just used it for the regular release. I'm not sure. But there you go. And they do get a bio there, which is, yeah, so it talks about Batman, but then it also talks about the plot of the Amazo virus. So there you go. If any of y'all watching this have read that comic, let me know what you thought of it. Like, was it good? Was it bad? You know, like, what do you think? Because I don't know anything about it. Other than this information, of course. So here's the box. Pretty standard stuff. And then on the back, you get a bigger picture of the image on the trading card. And then you also get some insight into who else is available. So there you go. And yeah, so that's about it. So, do I recommend this figure? I would say it depends. Like, do you want just a regular Batman? Then this one's probably not for you. But if you want one that, is a little bit more unique and has some really nice texture to it and would kind of stand out on a shelf, then I would say yes. I think this guy's definitely worth a pickup. So if you agree, or you enjoyed this review, or you like Batman, or you like this version of Batman, or you like the comic that's based off, you know, whatever it might be, do be sure to leave a like. Let me know in the comments what you think of this guy, or of the comic, or of really anything else. If you want to see more content like this, do be sure to subscribe, because I do intend to continue doing review stuff like, stuff like this, as well as going back to some of the more older reviews, like the classic figures and all of that. But other than all of that, I do hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.